showtime.
Good morning, world. It's time to go on a cruise. That's really sounding familiar. Are you getting a feeling of deja vu? I don't know, I am. Either way, cue the music. Well, hello, everybody.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yep, surprise, surprise, surprise. No, you did not miss the announcement. We did not tell you we were going to be on the horizon. We just decided to show up here unannounced to you guys because we have some work to do to get ready for our group cruise, which, as you see, 285 days right here on the Carnival Horizon. But we are right here, right now, live, coming to you from our cabin, 6455. It is an inside cabin. We are live. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being tonight. We are going to talk a little bit about the embarkation process, getting into port, and all the different things that happened today. Some of you may have been with us already. We actually did a live drive stream first thing this morning coming into the port and ran into some fun, but, you know, not horrible stuff. But anyway, so let's give you a little bit of faux balcony cam here as we get into the show and say hello to everybody. Macrina's like, yippee, cruise day, and I'm ready. Absolutely, right?
Yes.
Justin was like, I'm so excited, right? Bev wants to know, is this chips or popcorn? Neither. It's
chocolate duo.
Yeah, we have the chocolate chip cookie, which I've already had one. We'll save the other one for snack time, and then the chocolate duo thingy. So yeah. That's what we have for snacks tonight. So there you have that. Macrina's like, so excited you're on my ship. Love the horizon. Macrina's like, I got popcorn, we'll cruise. Or got popcorn, we'll cruise. Hello, Valerie. We didn't forget you. I've been sick.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you saw the post. So
yeah.
Bev's like, chips for me since my neighbor gave me some dip. Perfect. Awesome.
Ooh.
Hello, Ashley. Welcome. Justina, your niece and husband are on the horizon. Like right now?
Nice.
Got to make sure to tell them to come find us.
Yeah.
Hello, Mamie Raynar. Welcome to Mexico. Tom, good to see you again, buddy. Macrina says, as long as it is not deja flu. Yeah, no deja flu. Nope. She's like, seems like I was just there like 14 weeks ago. You know, maybe because it was. It was like this morning when I woke up, it's like time to go on a cruise. I'm like, didn't we just do this like a week ago? Or is it 2 weeks ago?
2
and
weeks
then
ago, I think.
A few weeks before that.
Something like that.
And all out of Miami. So it really is like deja vu. No, this is a...
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yes, it is. Hello, Nurse Tara. How are you? Not in the like of the carnival. Nothing is, I think, what she meant to say. Not, but nothing like a carnival sail away party. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Justina, it was a surprise when they were driving to the port at 6 a.m. Yes. Hello, Alex. We are on the Carnival Horizon. This is the 6-day itinerary. This is going to Cozumel, Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and Grand Cayman with a few days at sea. Macrina's like, I know that horn. That's my sound clip. Yep.
I love that little whistle first.
Yeah,
and then
it's like warming up into it, right? Carnival sail away parties are the absolute best. We are going to 100% agree. Oh my God, you are right across the hall from my September cabin, 6457.
Oh,
right
how funny.
there. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, Alex, hope you're feeling better. How did you get the balcony camera to work from in the inside cabin? Alex, that's it's a trick.
It's faux balcony.
I've got special friends upstairs and we're doing it remotely. No, it is. This is faux balcony cam. This is just a recording that we did on one of the recent cruises we've been on. That way there, when we're in an inside cabin and can't go outside, we at least have full balcony cam.
Yes.
We're going to try to get outside. It was a little cool tonight. Plus, we were thinking about going out to the back of the deck, and there's some kind of private party going on because they had a DJ. It wasn't a house DJ, and something's going on out there.
And they started right after the sail away party.
Yeah,
too.
and they're still going.
They're
still going. They're still going. So anyway, but yeah, that's that. So let's talk about embarkation and first impressions. And they're oh so important because you only get them one time.
That's right.
And as things go, we've come down to the port of Miami many times. And so we're used to that sort of surprise, right? Traffic at any time can be horrible. We always expect Sundays it's not going to be too bad, but it turned out we had a big detour to take because they're building some new overpasses and things. And in the end, the off ramps to get from the Turnpike to 95. Anyway, we had some detours. You would have seen that in the drive. Outside of that, getting into the port is fine.
Yeah.
Now, we have talked about this before. When getting into the port of Miami, if you have an early boarding time, there's a crossover that happens, meaning people are still getting off ships and people are starting to arrive. So when we get there around 10 o'clock-ish, traffic's a bit gnarly still. Especially down where the Carnival Horizon is. Oh, thank you very much for the thumbs up. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, by the way, everybody hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing, and it really does help out the channel. And Lisa and I sincerely appreciate it. And, we are live right now on the ship, and we come live every single night, broadcasting from the ships that we're on, Wi-Fi allowing. Okay. And don't forget, if you want to go on the group cruise, we're going to talk a lot more about the group cruise. We're on the ship right now, getting ready for our group cruise, which is in November. We're meeting with the group people here on board, looking at spaces and doing all kinds of things. So if you want more information about the group cruise, we're going to talk about it a lot more in just a minute, but you can always send an email there, tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com, and we will hook you up with the travel agent that's handling our group cruise. Okay. Again, we're not agents, so we don't want to make money off of booking you. We just want to hang out with you guys. At least right now we do. So, after the first day, maybe not. So,
we may change our minds.
We're allowed to do that. Anyway, so traffic down. This is Terminal D, I think we left out of.
Yes.
It's really congested down there at the end. And so traffic was a little bit interesting this morning, but again, it wasn't too bad.
No.
Anyway, so drop Lisa off, check in the bags. I go park the truck. Again, done this before. Not a big deal. It's all good. I didn't make any wrong turns. I was back reunited with Lisa probably about 15 minutes after I dropped her off.
That sounds about right.
And right into the terminal.
Yeah.
Being platinum status, we're in the priority lane or whatever, and we got right in, which was fine. What we found interesting from this point on was strange. If you noticed from the intro video, and I'm going to turn on the highlights and then mute it real fast, guys. Good morning, world. All right, but I'm going to unmute this. I'm just going to drag this up. So this is a shot right there. So that line of people, where are we? We're right here. Where are we? There we go. Okay. That line right there, people, that is people still getting off the ship. Now, this is probably about 11:15, 11:20, or sorry, 10:15 to 10:20, somewhere in that area, maybe 10:30 max. There is typically not a steady stream of people like that getting off the ship at that particular hour. So we're like, yeah, well, I don't know what's going on, but things seem to be just a little bit slow. So Lisa heard one of the terminal staff talking to somebody else, said, we're expecting to board around 11. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. So we'll board at 11. So we sat there and people started gathering.
Yeah.
Now the lady comes over the loudspeaker, and at first she wasn't clear, but trust me, she got very clear. I don't know what they did. I don't know if she just started to enunciate better, but she got very clear. And she started repeating over and over again. The short answer to the repeats were, everybody sit your butts down.
Yeah.
Because people were gathering and actually creating a problem because nobody could move, because the walkway in this terminal is a little bit tight. And she kept on telling people, sit down. Sit down. I didn't call anybody. Sit down, sit down, sit down. This went on
several times.
Yeah. It went on for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on the ship that it took them so long to clear it this morning. But the ship did not end up being cleared until about 11:30, 11:40, which is really late for a Carnival ship.
Yeah.
And of course, pretty much everybody that had been standing None of them were called first anyway.
No.
None of them were priority.
No.
None of them.
Special needs, nothing.
Yeah,
they
they're
were
just
blocking
in
the pathway.
way. So when the calls did come out and start boarding for the diamonds and the platinums and the faster to the funds and all that stuff, the people were just in the way. Folks, when somebody tells you to sit down, please do it. The ship isn't going to leave without you. You are literally creating a tribe. And to be honest, that may have been one of the reasons why they were holding up, because nobody was listening.
It might have been.
I don't know. But there was at least 200 people gaggled up trying to, they were just clogging things up. And so as first impressions go, we're like, oh man, here we go. And of course, we'd heard a couple people moaning and groaning and complaining, and we're like, oh yeah, here we go. But the fact that the terminal staff didn't take control of the situation we found that interesting. Yes, I know everybody's on vacation, but I mean, really, if you had seen this, people literally couldn't get by. They couldn't get to the bathrooms. They couldn't move around because the walkway was clogged with people.
And the terminal staff didn't even, push people aside, hey guys, back up,
Yeah.
none of that. It was just the announcement on the intercom saying, please sit down. And every time she came on, she got more and more forceful.
Yeah.
And still, people were still standing. But what I found interesting, though, is it didn't seem that they were letting people come in from the outside.
No, they stopped. Whatever was going on that was delaying the ship, again, whatever the reason was, it seemed as though they stopped letting people upstairs.
Yeah.
There really is limited seating up there, which is also why everybody has arrival times. But whatever was going on, it really, we were in this holding pattern for an hour.
Yeah, easily.
Ultimately, after that, it's cleared. We walked through. We had to push our way through the horde of people because they were in the way. Excuse me. In a way, boom, up and that was pretty simple.
Yeah.
So outside of the terminal kerfuffle, I mean, the first impressions of the ship are it's a pretty ship.
It is.
It's very reminiscent, of course, of the Firenze and the Venezia, because they're sort of sister ships. Though this was built specifically for Carnival, it really does have a different feel.
Yeah, it does.
Even though they're sister ships.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that are similar and a lot of things that are very different.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that I saw that was different was the theater. It has a very unique looking theater. Again, you saw it in the highlight video. I'm not going to back it up again. But a very unique theater.
Yeah.
Also,
kind of reminds me of Little Mermaid under the sea. Kind of blue-green.
But I'm just, even the sort of the chair alignment and layout is just, it's just different.
Yeah.
So not a good thing, not a bad thing. Just
cute.
Just different. It reminds me of an older ship type theater.
Yeah.
But this ship was just built in 2018.
Yeah.
It's not an old ship. Outside of that, getting on the ship, doing the muster drill, that's all done on your phone. You watch the videos and then show up to your muster station and that's done. There were some elevator issues today. The elevators on the ship are the digital type. For those who have already been on the Horizon, you know what we're talking about. What they are, there are no buttons inside the elevator. Outside of the elevators, there are keypads, like iPads, touchpads. Mm-hmm. And you touch the pad, and it brings up, all the floors. And you have to touch the floor for each person in your party.
Yes.
And then it'll tell you which elevator is going to come for you. Well, today, for about an hour and a half, they stopped working.
They did.
And it wasn't just us. There was lots of people.
Yeah. The touchpads would literally not respond.
Correct. So I don't know if they shut them down because they were using them for luggage. I don't know what, but it wasn't going to any floor. This was the rear elevator shaft. Mm-hmm. We didn't test the middle two at this point because we were in the back of the ship anyway. But it seemed as though there were some issues. So, again, didn't necessarily bother us, but I did hear people, there's people in wheelchairs and the elderly, and we heard the people complaining about it. But
Yeah.
obviously, a tech problem is a tech problem is a tech problem.
Exactly.
And it seemed as though they solved it because an hour later, everything was working. Was just fine. So, so there's that. So let's just pause for a little bit and let's say hello, everybody. See what they're talking about here.
All right.
Alex, I hope you're feeling better. How did you get the? Well, I am feeling better, and we already talked about balcony cam. I set up the balcony cam in 6457 in September. It's a hidden camera. Ha ha ha. Thank you. I know. Smart. Who's the cruise director? George.
George, yeah.
Fantastic. We'll talk about the Celebrate Party in a minute.
Yeah.
Good evening, Gina. Hello.
He reminds me a lot of Lee Mason.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. That's probably who trained him.
Probably. Yeah.
Alex, pro tip, he says, everyone has to be off the ship before anyone can start boarding for the new trip. Of course, right?
Yeah.
It has to clear customs. But look, we've done this a bunch recently too. And the moments between all clear and start letting them on are literally typically seconds.
Yeah.
The second that it's all clear, usually the back-to-backs get off and then get right back on, and then they start everybody else after that, suites and the diamonds and the platinums and the faster to the funds, and then all the numbers after that, right? That did not happen.
No.
When that line stopped, again, that I showed you in the highlight video, we didn't see another person go down that hall for 45 minutes.
No, all the back-to-backs were off the ship, and they were waiting to...
I don't know where they were, but
Yeah.
they did not go down that hallway.
No.
And so, I'm not sure if there was medical emergency. And because, again, when we're in the terminal, from where we were, we can't see outside and down. So I don't know if they were holding people up. In fact, at 11 o'clock, they started letting a few of the wheelchair people look like we were about to board. And they let about 6 or 7 or 8 or 10. It wasn't a ton. And then stopped, put the little ropes back up again.
Yeah.
And when I sort of peered around the corner, they didn't get very far. They got about 50 feet and they stopped them.
Yeah.
And they sat there for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but in the end, obviously we're here
Yes.
and we're moving.
Yes.
And it's all good. So let's see here. They weren't priority. They were just special. Oh, they were special. All right. There was this one lady in black that, I mean, she literally pushed her way through the staff when they first let that first 8 or 10 people in wheelchairs. They weren't part of that group. I'm not sure what her issue was, but she literally pushed her way through, and the staff was just like, what? And of course, she didn't get far because they only held her up 50 feet from there. In fact, all things being equal, I think we ended up on before she did anyway. So,
No.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Just people, just relax. Relax. When they tell you to sit, for God's sakes, sit the down, please. Very frustrated. Ashley, I didn't realize it was that new of a ship. That's great. Yeah, it's not that old of a ship. So there's a few things in our rounds which we'll talk about here in just a few more minutes. So anyway, we talked about the elevator problem. There's always elevator issues to begin with on embarkation day because really everybody's in the same spots. Nobody's spread out yet.
And especially with the smart elevators, because not everybody knows how to operate them, and people were
Is this
climbing
going up
into
or down?
Yeah,
And
and what
floor's going
floor?
on?
And we're like, you got to tell it outside. There's a touchpad out there.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a major learning curve on the first day with the smart elevators. Yeah.
But in this case, they had broken down because the
They
touchpads
did.
weren't working.
They did. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, without a doubt.
So the sail away party. Yeah, guys, you saw the video. Nothing beats a carnival sail away party, hands down. And this was got to be top 5.
I agree.
Maybe even higher.
Yeah.
Maybe even top 3.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I agree.
The crowd was one of the biggest we've seen. And actually, if we have to go like size for size, the biggest crowd we've seen. You know, it's one thing like on an XL class ship because there's more people.
Yes.
And the ship's bigger and you can cram more in there.
Mhm.
Man, this This was
There was it was standing room only
Yeah.
for the 3 decks overlooking the pool, overlooking the Lido deck. And that's huge because usually, you can go up and find a spot, but it was just wall to wall people everywhere.
Yeah.
And the pool deck, that was packed.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
And people were up dancing to the ships we were going by.
They were.
They weren't just waving. Everybody was like, "What?" Whatever song was playing at the time. And again, we caught that in the highlight video for you guys. So it seems like definitely a very lively bunch of people.
Yes.
And so there is that. So the sail away party was absolutely fantastic.
It really was.
From a dining standpoint, guys, we have Anytime Dining. And don't forget, you got to check in on the app when you have Anytime Dining. You don't just show up. It's not an assigned time. You just open the app, make sure you're connected to their Wi-Fi. It doesn't cost you anything to be connected to the Wi-Fi. It costs you if you want to be connected to the internet. But the app requires Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So you just check in. Usually it's 5-10 minutes. Again, we're down at the table. Dinner was great. We'll post, of course, the menus and the pics, which is pretty much we've eaten all the same stuff recently.
And of course, you want to make sure you're on airplane mode.
Yes, airplane mode. Don't forget to be on airplane mode.
It felt like I needed to say that.
Yeah. So overall, first impressions, this doesn't feel like a new ship or a newer ship. It doesn't feel like a ship to me that was built in 2018. This is not a good thing or a bad thing. Just a feeling. Some of the examples. All the bathrooms, except for one cabin, maybe 2. They all have the stand-up shower with curtains.
They do.
Not glass doors. I thought curtains were done in the tens, the single digits or whatever, right?
But they have the really cool hand wash stations in the Lido deck.
That was unique. It's like your hands are dishes. You put them in the tube and
there's swirly water everywhere.
I have all 10 of my digits. And again, it's not a wrong thing. It's just the feeling, right? We talk about this before on other ships. We've just gotten off a Virgin from a week ago. Virgin Cruise is completely different from this. So it's now the adjustment period for us. But again, first impressions, getting on the ship was a nightmare. Once we got on the ship, everything was fine. We were able to do the things that we normally would do, and embarkation with dealing with getting to the cabins and going up to the Lido, the elevators. Again, that was a problem. Buffet was fine. And just all those normal sort of embarkation things. But walking around and looking at stuff, I didn't get a feeling that the ship is only 6 years old.
See, I didn't necessarily get that. But you were doing more of the cabin reviews than I was, and you were seeing the shower curtains. And I totally agree. The shower curtain thing, that does seem like an older ship thing. But the rest of the ship to me doesn't seem that it's old at all. It seems new. The decor, everything just, it seems new to me.
Yeah, no, I don't feel the same way. That's okay. We each have our own opinions. It's okay. Hello, Dr. Cherie. Welcome. Macrina says the glass doors are only on the XL and after. I mean, obviously, we're here. And again, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. The shower curtains don't bother us. It just was like, oh.
Well, because didn't the Venezia and the Firenze, they had the glass doors, and it's their sister ships, so I just assumed that.
But they were made for Costa. They have different requirements.
Yeah, definitely, right? They were.
So, we're excited to be here,
yes.
Right? Without a doubt. And so don't take the comments wrong. We're having a fantastic time. Though I will say this, like the main dining room for dinner, I don't know if it's just this particular cruise or whatever, but for God's sakes, wear long sleeve shirts and bring a jacket. It was an ice cube in there tonight.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
When your nose is cold, when you're in the restaurant, it's cold.
It was uncomfortably cold in the main dining room tonight.
In there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was It was very, very uncomfortable. And it wasn't just us. There was a lot of people talking about it. So it was very uncomfortable in there. For those who've been on the Horizon before, have you experienced that the main dining room was like uncomfortably cold? Or did they just not turn the heat on and turn the AC on instead? I don't know. It was not cold in Central Florida, in South Florida today.
No.
It was about 72, 73 degrees.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like... Again, they forgot and didn't turn on the heat. It everywhere else in the ship was very comfortable.
Yeah.
But it was ice
that
cubes.
restaurant, though, man.
Yeah, ice cubes in there.
Yeah, it was really cold.
So that is that. We managed to film not all the cabins we wanted, but most of them. So we will do cabins for you tomorrow. And remember, we are here for those joining us late. We're on the Carnival Horizon live right now. We're here technically because we have a group cruise. There's the countdown to the group cruise right there. We have a group cruise on the Carnival Horizon in November. So here's a little information about the group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples,
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. There you go, everybody. If the email was too quick, there it is again, tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. Just send us an email, and I will forward our travel agent that is doing this for us. We've been working with them for, 15, 20 years, a long time. And so, we are on the horizon now. One, to get all of the videos that we normally do when we're on a ship done, so that when we do come back here in November, we can spend the time with all of you. Or at least more time with all of you. And two...
Until we change our mind.
Yeah, until we change our mind.
Love you guys.
Weird. I don't know. That's so sad. But we're also meeting with the group events people here on the ship and look at spaces and things to pick it out for our events. So easier to be done while we're here.
Yeah.
And since we wanted a video of the ship anyway, we just did the 6-day itinerary. So again, Cozumel, right now, Cozumel, Ocho Rios, and Grand Cayman. For the group cruise, it is the ABC, so it's an 8-day itinerary, and it's going to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So everybody's like, it's going to be epic, and they're so excited. Yeah, I know, me too. Oh, yeah. I still have that up there. Sorry, take that away. Macrina says, Lisa, go to Guys, Pig and Anchor, see if the bartender Downey is there, and tell me if he has the most beautiful eyes. Ooh. And have a Bloody Mary with the bacon. He makes them well.
Downey, okay.
Are you going to the IMAX theater? And what movies are they playing?
We'll have to figure that out.
We'll look that up,
IMAX.
North Tara. We haven't.
And Estertera?
Yep.
Okay.
We haven't gotten that far yet, guys. The first day is crazy rough for us. We up at 5 a.m., 3.5 hour-ish drive on the ship. We have 22 cabin reviews for you tomorrow night, guys. 22 cabins.
Woo-hoo!
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. So by the time we're done filming those, today it was about 1:30, quarter to. It was actually later than that. It was almost 2 o'clock. We had a quick snack. We didn't eat, but just a quick snack. Back to the cabin, got our keys, videoed this cabin, did the muster. Before you know it, the ship leaves at 4 o'clock. So the sail away was at 4 o'clock. Our dinner was at 5:30. A little bit of editing in between all of this, and now we're talking to you guys.
Yeah.
And so we haven't thought of much. And then, of course, we're up tonight at 2:30 in the morning to get ready to video the ship tonight through the middle of the night, probably tomorrow night as well. So we'll. What are we doing? Are we going to get off the ship here? Are we going to get off the ship? We don't know. We know nothing. Nothing. We know nothing. Outside of that, we are on the Carnival Horizon and going to have a fantastic 6-day voyage.
Absolutely.
So Macrina's like, oh, yes, go see the IMAX film. They are great and a nice experience. Okay.
Awesome.
I see the IMAX films that are documentaries. They're great. Awesome.
Nice.
Ooh, sounds great, Macrina. Yep. Yeah, no, we love doing movie stuff anyway, so that might be something that we do as long as all the times work themselves out. You know what time we come on here, so I don't know what time they broadcast those movies in there, but we can figure that out.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
we have that on the list. And what was it? Patricia, we have a surprise for you. Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Thank you all for the thumbs up. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
yes. Appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
We're at 14. Gosh, we're far away from 35. But that's okay. Tonight, not a ton to talk about on Embarkation Day.
Yeah.
You know, outside of the couple little snafus and problems, and Embarkation is a fun day, right? For most people. Not for everybody, but for most people. It's the first day on the ship. There's so much excitement and so much to do and see and all this stuff. And yeah, it's no different for us, but we throw all the work part of it in there.
Yeah.
And so there's not too many deep breaths we're able to take, especially since we lost an hour. So, and it's funny, I know I said we got 22 cabins, but there was the family suite, the Family Harbor family suite. We couldn't see it. We could not find an accessible balcony cabin. Couldn't find one. The problem, Carnival does not put accessible cabins on their deck plans. So when we're looking on most cruise lines, we're able to write, okay, here's the 10 cabin numbers in this category, and we just sort of walk until we check this one. Nope. Check the next one. No. But we literally walked this entire ship, and outside of suites and the ones that we got, I couldn't find a balcony. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I am quite sure we walked past some earlier when we were on our way trying to get all of the suites in. But then when we wanted to find the accessible balcony, we couldn't figure out where they were. We couldn't find them anywhere.
And we missed, even though we got 22 cabins, we missed a regular ocean view. We got the deluxe ocean views, but we missed the regular ocean view. And we got the regular Cove balcony, but we didn't get the Family Harbor Cove balcony. Outside of that, we shot everything and then some. So that is going to be tomorrow night. 22 cabin review here on the Carnival Horizon. We may try to get out tomorrow night. We'll see how the weather is and if they're still having an event over in the back. I know when we had Tom and Macrina on, they were up in Serenity. That's at the front of the ship. It's going to be a little bit more prone to the wind, where we'll try to get around to the back where it's a little bit more isolated. We'll try, but there's a party going on. Speaking of party, and I know we're going to do cabins tomorrow night, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I turn the effects off my microphone, you more than likely would hear the music from the Havana Club beneath us. Not excited about the cabin. No, it's
we'll let you know a little bit later in the cruise if it continues, but yeah,
it's not gonna get any better.
Yeah, we're hearing music in here.
Yep. From downstairs. You know, we gotta have our snacks.
Yeah.
We can't go without having our snacks first. Everybody grab your snack. Snack time.
All righty then.
And we already played the song, so we don't want to play that again. What should we play?
I don't know.
Let's try this one. What's this one? We'll play that one.
Okay.
He's like, what are you doing? I'm having chocolate. Speaking of eating, we didn't tell you what we had for dinner.
No.
So you got the menus?
I do.
We'll post all this on Facebook. It'll be once we get off the ship because she doesn't have Wi-Fi.
That is very
Excuse
true.
me. She doesn't have internet access. So let's see. Menu tonight. It's going to be maybe a lot of deja vu. This isn't like deja vu. Mm-hmm. Everything's like, geez, did we just not come down here and do we just not see this and eat this stuff? Gotta kiss myself. Get up. Get on up. All right. Pappardelle with braised lamb. These are the appetizers. Roasted duck rolls, shrimp cocktail, seasonal mixed lettuce, Caesar salad, roasted tomato soup, wild rice Gruyere. All right, then there's some emerald.
That was soup, by the way.
There's some emerald stuff in there. Let's get to the next one. Entrees, Szechuan shrimp, Cornish game hen, 12-hour braised short ribs, pappardelle with braised lamb as an actual meal, vegetable Wellington, featured Indian dish. Let's dish. The ultimate Cobb salad. And then every day you can either choose from a chicken breast or the sirloin steak, which is what I had. Perfect. For dessert, cheesecake, navel orange cake, chocolate melting cake, fresh tropical fruits, ice cream sorbet, cheese plate, banana split. So, yes, that's what we had for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
So.
And it was good. Good.
Macrina says the pappardelle with extra sauce is wonderful. Yes. I love the braised rib, but I wanted something different tonight, so just had the steak. Mm-hmm. Even though I've had that before, too. But, yeah, I don't know. It's all about the soups. It was so freaking cold in there. Could you just bring us more soup? Lisa will always have iced tea at dinner. She's like, no, bring me coffee, like right away.
I did.
Yeah.
I actually got up out of the restaurant and went back to the room after we ordered to get our jackets because it was that cold.
It was cold.
And he put on the long sleeve shirt and he was still going, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cold in there.
Macrina says, by the way, IMAX does not have popcorn. That's just wrong.
No.
That is just wrong. Open your cabin door and say hello to my door. Just go. Why don't you hang on? I'm not sure it's going to go all the way around, but we're going to try. Nope, it doesn't go all the way. You can see Elisa opening the door. Just tell. Hi. She's actually waving at the door. Let's see if it'll go the other way. Hang on, Lisa. Yeah, no, just give me a second. Hey. I'm spinning it the other way to see if it'll catch you on this side. Nope. Of course not. All right. Well, she did it. Y'all just trust me. Hi. Welcome back. All right. Ashley's like, I'm anxious to book my plane ticket, but Southwest doesn't have November tickets available yet. Interesting.
Usually 6 months out, I believe. I believe airfare is usually around 6 months out.
6 to 8 months, yeah.
6 to 8.
It'll be in late February.
Yeah.
Ashley's like, figured it would be soon. I'll just keep checking. Awesome. I never heard any Haven music from my cabin, only when I was on my balcony. No, it's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's loud enough to hear it. What's going on?
I actually can hear it with
the
headphones
headphones on, which a lot of that is the bass.
It is
because it's Yeah,
it is.
Play it again. No, we're not playing again. I've already played it once. You want something again? Here, you get this one again.
Surprise!
There you go. You get that again. McCurdy's like, sounds like James Brown. I know it did. So I started singing it. Need to make your tall man style song.
Right.
Filming tall man style. Yeah. Gotta kiss myself. Deja food. Exactly, right? This is everything but deja vu. This is
Yeah,
one
no
of those
deja
things.
Flu. Definitely don't want deja flu.
Popped out with extra sauce. We talked about that. Navel orange cake is wonderful and refreshing. Yes. And she's like, I-6457. Right. There you go. All right. So there you have it. Also, tomorrow is a C day. As we already mentioned, we are, excuse me, everybody, still getting over the cough from the flu. I'm not contagious. I'm okay to be here. I just still have the cough.
You're going to have that cough for at least another month.
At least. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so tomorrow's a C day. And as we already mentioned, we are videoing all night long. So we'll probably sleep in, get up around noon, have a little snack. And then we're meeting with the onboard people here to get stuff ready for you guys.
Yes.
Figure out what we got to do.
Yes.
And what we're going to do to you guys.
Tommy and stuff.
I know, right? So, anyway, I'm on deck 9 for the group cruise. Nice.
Very
Excellent.
Nice.
Chris like, I just finished watching the drive 5 minutes before the live. Perfect. Wasn't that a beautiful sunrise this morning?
Yeah, that
was
great.
Nice. And a great sunset, too.
Yeah.
If you saw the highlight video, that was just 2 hours before the stream.
Yeah.
Alex, I was looking for October Southwest Airlines flights, too. They will be announced on February 1st. There you go. Hopefully November flights will be announced at the same time. There you go, Alex. Perfect. All right. So there you have it. We're on the ship, regardless of whatever the delays were. And most everybody was polite. Once on the ship, I haven't run into stinkiness, though, right out of the cabin, 3:30, 4 o'clock. Somebody's smoking down here.
That's true, in our hallway.
Yeah.
So it's got to be coming from one of the rooms.
Yeah. It just doesn't compute. It just doesn't compute.
And there was a drug dog there, too.
Yeah. We walk right by Rover.
Yeah.
He looked right up at us like, yeah, why don't you sniff up somebody's because it's obviously where they're putting it. Because it ain't in their luggage. Stuck up in the antibiotics. Yeah, we so the funny thing is many times we've been there, we've never think to look for Tamiflu.
No, I don't know if it's over the counter there or not.
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna have to find out. Add that to our list of things.
Yeah. Take a note. We need to find out how many are on board, but Alex would like to know how many kids are on board. To be honest with you, from just walking around, far more than I was expecting. I was not expecting nearly this many kids on a cruise in late January. Everybody just got off of vacation and stuff, Christmas vacation and things. So
I honestly, when we were walking around looking for the staterooms that we wanted to video, I saw a lot of quads and a lot of triples.
Yeah.
So there are definitely a lot of kids on here. So
Yeah.
we'll figure that out.
We'll see if they can give us the number. A lot of times they're just going to give us total number. They may not break it down, but we can ask. So, but there's far more than and it doesn't bother us. You asked a question, we're telling you, but far more than we would have expected.
Yeah.
McCready's like, Lisa, do the ropes course and have Robert film it.
Right.
Practice now for your duo. Yeah. You're going to walk the plank. That's what you need practice doing. Got the plank for you. All right, everybody. Well, we are going to call this a short one tonight.
Yeah.
All in all, not a bad first impression. Not a great first impression. It just kind of sits right down the middle for me.
Oh, I think it's great. I like the ship.
What's the overall experience?
Yeah,
from the driving in, from the delays at the port terminal, and getting on the ship, and the elevators are broke, for an hour and a half. Just overall experience.
Yeah. Okay.
I said neither good or bad, just right down the middle.
Okay.
And that's me.
Alrighty.
Where are you?
I'm a little bit more than over the middle.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, 60% maybe.
Yeah. 60%.
Okay.
I'll go 60.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
So let's see where the meter moves tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
I can't say dining. I thought service was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
It was quiet in there. It wasn't packed.
Well, that is very true. It was almost empty.
Our servers, for nearly the entire time we were there, only had the two of us to deal with.
Yeah.
And then that one guy sat down. So.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, 22 cabins. So y'all make sure you have enough cocktails because it's
popcorn.
popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn for the movies. The watching the videos.
You know it's a drinking game.
Oh,
6'4" drink.
Yeah, that's true too. Okay.
You need to go to bed.
I do. I'm
You're
tired.
a mess tonight, woman.
Yeah,
She's a mess. It's a drinking game. 22 cabins. We're the 6'4".
Okay, gotcha.
Everybody better have 3 cocktails ready. We're all going to be drunk by the time we're done with tomorrow night's video. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow night. Love y'all. Peace.